Talking with Words.
Welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob,
Reggie,
and Ryan.
And tonight we're going to watch the original Phantasm film, which is directed by the lovely Don Coscarelli, who did John Dies at the End, and Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep.
The fun ones. Reggie, thanks for joining us. First time listener, first time caller?
First time listener, first time caller. Should be fun.
All right. This was, what, 79? 79. Yes. So you know the color's going to be awesome. If you don't know about this movie, which I'm guessing a lot of people don't anymore, described as a newly orphaned teenager, Mike Pearson, and his older brother Jody and their friends faced off against a mysterious grave robber known as the Tall Man, who employs a lethal arsenal of unearthly weapons in their Southern California town. It sounds kind of like a John Carpenter wet dream.
Hopefully the guitar riffs are just as sweet. Because it's been at least 15 years since I've watched this movie.
I can only remember a couple scenes from this one.
I've never seen it.
You're in for a treat. Tall Man. This has Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornbury, Reggie Bannister, Kathy Lester. These are names that you're going to know if you're like horror stuff. Otherwise, they don't mean anything to you. Ryan, you got the...
Yeah. We, Parents Guide, rated R for nudity, violence, and intense scenes.
Yes.
And this is 1979 rated R.
Disney?
Yeah, pretty much. So equivalent to our modern day PG.
Yes.
Sex and nudity, moderate. Violence and gore, moderate. Profanity, mild. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, mild. Frightening and intense scenes, moderate.
I thought they were drunk half the time in this. So I guess 97 or 79. Yeah.
Yeah, that was back when DUIs weren't really a big deal.
The times have changed. All right. So want to watch this movie?
Let's do it.
Watch some silver spheres fly in people's faces. That's what you're getting into.
All right, let's go.
All right, Phantasm 1. Reggie, and cut that out. Reggie, what'd you think?
I actually liked it.
It
was very jumpy, but I kind of liked it.
It had a bunch of jump. It had a lot of, and I need to go back and look at the timelines, if there were homages to the other stuff or if he did it first.
I think he did a lot of that stuff first.
Because I know the portal scene where it's the kid falls in and then it's sucking the dwarves in. That was one of the inspirations for Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
With the portal there. But there was a lot. They did the Dune, which I think at that point it was just the book.
Yeah.
I don't even think Lynch's Dune was out. That was like 84, I think.
I was going to say a lot of because this one came out in 79.
Yeah.
Which the whole thing was set in 78, which I'm assuming is when they filmed. Most of it was 78.
By the looks of it, they could have filmed it pretty quick in 78.
Yeah. But a lot of the other stuff you're referencing was in like the early to mid 80s.
That's what I was thinking. Like he did it, and somebody else did it better later.
Yeah.
Because they had $300,000 back then was a pretty good chunk of change to make a movie, but
bit of money.
It's almost as big as the Slaughterhouse budget.
See where we are today. But he also, 3 cars got totaled during the making of this. They had a lot of mini sets that, like one of the bedroom set was the weirdest one to me for some reason, because it was on a studio, so it was shot from like 15 feet up in Mike's room. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It was like really, really high, big room, like no bedroom in the world.
Man,
probably.
They don't build them like they used to.
No shit.
Never actually thought about that.
Yeah, we watch way too much shit when we...
I see that.
Yeah. That's why we're here. Just to point out other shit to people. Like, did you notice that? No? All right, well, don't worry about it then.
No idea.
Yeah. No, Nightmare on Elm Street was 84 and a couple of the others,
So yeah, he did a lot. I mean, that's one of the reasons
set the standard.
he's as famous as he is.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's done some great shit. Phantasm 2, and I mentioned it when we started. I thought I knew this movie. No. I remember Phantasm 2, apparently, because I don't remember anything from this. Other than the very beginning where the dad, Tommy was a dad, right?
Yeah.
Gets stabbed.
I was going to say, aside from like one or two scenes, I didn't remember any of that.
Yeah.
Granted, I watched it once like 15 or 20 years ago, but
Oh shit! Tommy was the dad.
yeah.
I guess the guy in the very beginning that gets stabbed.
With the
So
sweet
where's his
porn
mom?
stash.
Oh. Didn't she die?
Mom
They
was
say
already dead.
Mom was
died.
already dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, it was. I think.
Who's
everybody
alive still?
Yeah, everybody
That's a
assumed
wonderful
it was
question.
Who's still alive?
they both got killed at the same. Like, that's what I thought it was. Reading the
Oh, that they both died?
because they referenced, the kids being orphans or whatever, and so
Yeah,
you just automatically assume they die together. And
I don't think
know,
Jodie
so-
was at the age range to be an orphan.
I mean,
Childless adult.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
no
Childless adult?
parent. No, there's like some official term for that now, isn't there?
Gorphan? Like a grown orphan?
yeah.
Adult orphan. Yeah, there it is.
A dorphin.
But like the opening scene, you automatically assume he's sleeping with having sex with his wife in the graveyard.
No, that was a lady that
Yeah.
was a lady from the inn, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
I did not assume that it was. I don't
I
bang
didn't
my
think it
wife
was
in a
his
lot of
wife.
graveyards.
Not people. I mean,
You
I
guys
mean-
got to step up your bedroom game then.
I've been begging.
I realized that shortly afterwards, but like the initial thought, because it's either significant others or hookers.
I figured hooker,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely a.
Jody picked her up way too quick.
He didn't
Yeah.
even say anything.
Yeah, just sit down. Hello. Oh, we're gonna go over here. Cool.
You want to go back? Oh, just bang in the woods? Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Trying to hit that father-son combo.
Apparently. And this whole thing wouldn't have happened if Mike hadn't just wanted to see some titties.
There ain't no such thing as.
Well, I
free
say
titties.
that. Well, I say that, but if he hadn't been there, then Jody would have gotten killed too
Exactly.
and turned into a dwarf person.
It's mercy, right?
Yeah, really is. Cock block, save your life. I'm just going over the hot points because the story in this is, I don't even know what the story was in the end.
No.
But the main pieces that I'm going to take away from it, because I know the next movie is the tall man is harvesting people to compress into dwarves that can survive on his planet as slaves, but the gravity's higher and the temperature's hotter. So he's just condensing people down into dwarf slave labor things. Jawas, essentially.
Yeah. Minus the eyes.
Yeah, did not have the little glowy eyes. But they made some
They're just oozy.
and like the
They're
yellow.
All full of hollandaise sauce.
They're delicious. Serve over rice. They're awesome. But I mean, that's the story. And then you just slowly piecemeal that out for an hour and a half with one scene that I was like, why did they do that? And when they played the guitars, it's like,
Yeah.
why don't we just spend 3 minutes watching these? I mean, okay, that's wonderful.
It's for the tuning fork.
But the
Yeah.
tuning fork, like
Yeah,
when it came back, I
it's
was like,
because of the tuning
oh,
fork, yeah.
okay. Thank you for making that scene make sense to be in this movie.
I don't understand the grandmother.
The random lady that was,
Yeah.
Well, no, that lady too. They went from having a house to like living in a tenant building, which I wasn't sure what happened there, and then
Yeah.
they jumped back to their house with a fireplace. But no, the psalmist lady, the
Yeah.
palm reader lady,
Yeah.
where
The granddaughter was like talking for her or whatever.
right, and then the granddaughter went into the room, and then she, whatever
Yeah.
happened to her. But what was that whole point for that scene?
oh, that was but they did the Dune hand in the box
The hand in the
fear
box
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
scene. That was just so the Mike later could say have no fear and run through all the shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the only reason we had
fair.
that. But I was like, that's when I came back in. I had to go deal with Meryl. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Meryl. And I'm like, why are they doing the scene from Dune right now? Because I've been gone just long enough for it to be a different person, a different setup, and then they're doing
5 different. By the time we got back,
I'm sure
5 or 6 different places.
Yeah. But that I guess makes sense. He just really wanted to do a Dune reference, maybe.
He was a big fan of the books.
Well, maybe. Maybe we'll ask him sometime.
Hopefully.
Send him a note. I got questions about Dune. And the character intros in this, it's what you're supposed to do, but he did it weird. Like, we need to know what the characters' names are. Jody and Reggie walk onto the shot from opposite sides of the camera. One of them says, Jody. The other one says, hi, Reg. Like, that's those guys. That's their names. All right, let's get moving on this movie.
I struggled to track that for the first couple minutes because they're just randomly saying names.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had no idea who was until you guys started talking.
Yeah.
To be completely frank.
So a couple of those, if you look at their IMDb profile, Reggie and Jody are in the same photo for each of them.
That's good.
And it's the first one for Jody is Reggie and Jody on the porch playing guitar. Like, okay, this is not useful at all.
That one's easy because Reggie is actually named Reggie in real life.
Yeah.
I do remember reading that.
I got that afterwards.
Yeah.
But initially, I'm like,
he had a great skullet, though.
He did.
It's pretty spectacular.
And he used it.
He did.
I mean, in front of that fireplace, oh, man. That was delicious.
It's majestic.
Thought we were transitioning to a different genre of film after that.
There were some... they kept getting them.
This is a James and Allen movie, not for me.
Yeah, they were way too close on some of those scenes. Like, the brothers, I was like, I'm going to let it pass, but get your hand off of them.
Yeah.
That's weird. And then you have Reggie and him sitting in front of the fireplace at the end. It looks like Reggie's wearing pajamas, but he's not. Yeah. He's wearing a plaid shirt.
Plaid flannel.
Did anybody else get the pajama vibe out of it?
It looked like pajamas or a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket.
That's what I thought it was.
I was still stuck on the fact that he was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't know about that part.
Yeah.
A mid to late 20s dude leaned over into a 14-year-old in front of a fire.
Hugging,
and
I get it, but
come on, champ.
We're so.
Let's just hit the road together, me and you.
The camera was so close on them as they were doing that.
It was.
And they had this scene earlier when Jody tells Reggie to get Mike out of there, keep him safe, and he gets in the fucking ice cream truck with the guy with the skullet, listening to the music at night.
Yeah.
Get him away from that guy.
Oh, playing the ice cream music.
Playing the ice cream truck music, yeah.
Jesus.
Even when it cut to Reggie when he's by himself in the truck, he's still fucking playing the music. It's like 2 a.m.
Creepy as hell.
What a weird town.
It's very weird. Oh, speaking of weird town, the kid he would leave his house and then next thing you know, he'd be in the cemetery at like the perfect time. But all this stuff happened on the road back and forth. Like what is the travel time in this place?
It's an anomaly within itself. Well, because you had that one, you called it out where Jody had been driving for like 10 fucking minutes, and then Mike gets in the car and they turn around a corner and they're there.
Right.
At somehow the same time as Jody.
Kid jogs everywhere.
He's good.
Suburbia. You go immediately from suburbia to a desert with the Cantina bar.
Yeah.
That looks like a sketchy truck stop out of like Joyride or Breakdown.
And then really, really thick woods.
Yeah. I like to jump around. I also liked that the cemetery, when they were doing that, like there were 3 scenes, and every time they came in the cemetery the same way, so you could see that tombstone that said Bush on it as they walked in. And then they'd run out the other side. They'd come back in right past that bush.
You know, I'm going to blame a lot of this on Mike. That's what you get for riding your dirt bike over people's graves. He brought this on himself.
So let's talk about Mike for a second. That kid was a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Out of everybody in this movie, he deserved to have the win. Reggie, who the hell knows what happened to Reggie? He disappeared for a while. When
He's sharing a cell with Uncle Steven.
He might be Uncle Steven. But
it's his alter ego. The ice cream. How do you think it got, how do you think he got him to the house?
It don't melt if you eat it fast. But Mike, broke in, and I love when he's breaking in and fucking with stuff. And
his crack lighter.
He's got the
crack lighter.
And he's like, as soon as they find him, he starts kicking them and beating them up. Like, this guy's just breaking into places and assaulting people.
It's a small town. There's not a lot to do there.
Yeah.
Except commit a B&E.
Get it.
Hell yeah.
But between that and his hammer.
The hammer gun.
Gun.
That's not how that works.
That's totally how that works.
Love the ingenuity. But then it's like, what are you going to use that on? And he uses it on the door to get out of the room, and then, like every other weapon he's got, he just drops it and leaves. You're onto something, man. Go make another one. It's hammer time.
The rest
I couldn't help it.
The rest of the guns are downstairs. Once you have the actual gun,
yeah,
you don't need the hammer anymore.
I don't know. That thing just seems fun. Like, I'd keep that. Even if I had an AR, I'd keep a hammer gun.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Well, just someone pisses you off, give him a thump on the head.
It's really a one-shot ordeal.
Like most of my endeavors.
Reloading takes a minute.
Exactly. You're getting it. Coffin scene where he hid in the coffin.
Yeah.
That shot, there were like 3 or 4 really good shots. And they do the, I hated this when I was a kid, where you can see him really, really well. I'm like, well, they can just see him. I mean, light is on his face through the crack in the coffin.
It's all about the angle.
But the shot from his point of view, and you were lined on both sides with coffins, and it was like symmetrical with a door. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
That was fun. That and when he fell out of the back of the
Mini,
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen,
the girls. Was there's another set of people that just they were there for a second and then
was one of them the granddaughter? So
I think so.
The granddaughter? Who's granddaughter?
The psychic.
No. The granddaughter, she got pulled
into the house.
She went in the light room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who those other two. I thought that it was somebody's girlfriend.
I thought it was Jody's girlfriend or something.
Yeah. Or maybe Reggie's girlfriend.
But
they were only like 15 though. One of them had to have been 16, but
well, they own the store, right?
See, I don't know.
It sounded like because she's like, I'm going to walk up and I have a room for you upstairs.
Yeah, some of it had no context, so it's just like, we're locking the door. There's a bed up there if you want. What the fuck? I just wanted to buy a grandfather clock. Their sweet flea market.
That was a massive store.
But yeah, and they got grabbed. Hello? Is there a little person over there?
I don't think so.
Okay. I like the timing, though. That was good.
Yeah.
It's not Ash.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
over here in my timepiece.
Yeah. Could have been eyes under the door.
That's what I was thinking it was going to be for a second.
Yeah.
The door just randomly opens. I like it.
Oh, there was what is it? Is it Nosferatu or is it the Babadook? The scene where he's in the bed and the guy's standing over him. I think it's Nosferatu.
I think it happened in both those films.
I think so too.
Where you shouldn't look up, like, or else
the Babadook is you can't look at it.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's the one where it's over him and they're like he's got his eyes closed.
Right. It comes over the bed. Right.
Yeah.
But also in Nosferatu,
he's like the shadow.
Yeah.
You see the shadow coming through, and it's like it can affect things, manipulate stuff. Did you see the new one?
No, not yet.
Oh man, it's glorious. It's gorgeous.
Some good old Robert Eggers goodness.
Man, that was fun. I liked his mustache too. Didn't bother me a bit. Anyway, Phantasm. I love the spheres.
No mustaches.
No, not a lot of mustaches in this. I still love the spheres. I forgot how little they were used in this movie. It got one kill out of them.
I was gonna say there's one kill, and
Yeah.
then they treated one, like skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Killed the Sneetch.
Yeah, indeed. The Silver Sneetch.
Silver
It
Sneetch.
was- I remember them being a bigger part.
Like, that's what I
the
remember
movie,
from
yeah.
the movies. But I think, again, it's Phantasm 2 where they killed a bunch of people with them because they like that fucking brain drain thing where it drills into your face and shoots your stuff out the back.
It's pretty
That
spectacular.
is actually pretty cool.
It was awesome.
I mean, for the 70s, that's pretty.
And it looked good.
pretty
It didn't
neat,
look-
yeah.
You could tell it's drilling through it, but it looked good.
Yeah.
Good casting.
It's probably the
on
best.
the mold,
Yeah.
not the. That guy was great. Done. And they didn't really do a lot with the people that were helping the tall man.
The dwarves.
No, like the actual human look, like the chick that
Oh,
was
yeah.
killing people.
Yeah.
Still don't know what that is.
Well,
Was that just him and another form,
yeah.
That's what they kept alluding to. And then when he
which
Use
makes
the tuning
Tommy
fork.
slightly gay?
only a little, he didn't know until it was too late.
Till after the stab wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell if she was like how real she was.
yeah.
Because she passed out whenever he hit the
Right.
tuning fork, right?
Was she
Yeah,
even alive? Was that like a fresh corpse that he's playing around with?
that was just one that didn't make it to the barrels yet.
Yeah, he's still playing with that one because you had her and you had the guy that got the brain sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that was only two, right? Because the brain guy was the guy that was in the coffin room,
He's
Yeah.
probably the groundskeeper.
And Tommy
and now
was
he's the grounds.
Oh, he's part of the ground.
Tommy ended up in the dwarf robes with the
Yeah.
rest of the Jawas.
Yep, because he was driving the hearse action shootout.
Yeah,
And again, I said it a couple times while we were watching this. These guys were effective as far as, well, maybe not effective in this world, but they were very thorough in eliminating the threat. Like the hearse, I got a hiccup or burp or something, and I'm just trying to talk through it. Oh, there we go.
what else is new?
They shoot the hearse off the road. It crashes into a tree. They circle around and go into it with a shotgun. Like, yes, this is what you're supposed to do if you're not going to go get the cops, which they clearly said, fuck that,
This entire movie.
the whole
Yeah,
time.
The whole
Yeah.
time.
Like, hey, horrible stuff's happening. Well, I don't know. Let's wait until it's dark and go up there, make a lot of noise, and break into there, see what's going on. Want to call the cops? Nah, I think that's a good idea.
My shoe's in there. Committed breaking.
Oh, yeah, they had his shoe. I forgot about that.
Saying.
The
My
cops aren't
knife.
going to believe any of that.
Look, he was filled with hollandaise sauce. And I chopped his finger off, and then it turned into a giant fly.
And
Yeah.
it survived the garbage disposal twice.
I did. Yeah, I don't even remember the fly the first time. Like, just totally random.
That surprised the shit out of me. I didn't see that coming. I forgot about it completely.
Finger
I forgot
turned
about
into
the
a fly.
finger doing the
Yeah.
reanimator thing where it's walking around like Return of the Living Dead style.
Yeah,
Every piece is kind of alive. But
just no pulse, no temperature.
Reggie getting involved in the shit, his non-voluntary involvement was wonderful. Where he comes in and is trying to talk to him, and this thing fucking shoots out of the garbage
What
disposal.
are you guys worried about? What the hell's going on here?
Just over there peeking at everybody, looking at everybody.
What's going on, guys?
Just thought I'd roll by here.
And again, in the second movie, I'm pretty sure he's a badass, which is why I was so confused by him Chester molesting that kid the whole time.
But does he still have the skullet?
Yes, he does.
All right.
I believe so.
Just
That sticks with you.
I don't think he's ever getting rid of that.
That's there to stay.
He had it in 1 through 5.
How many are there? 5?
5.
Wow.
There's really 5.
Yeah.
I'm way behind.
The most recent one came out in 2020.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they did like a
Yeah.
Phantasm redoodle
Yeah.
or something
Starts with
subtitle
an F.
here.
Yeah. not 5.
Oh, I'm going through my notes because we're not the plot. And I'm going to try and explain the end, but it's not going to make sense because I don't understand
know
the end.
plot. I have no idea what the plot is.
The plot is they're aliens.
I lost the plot.
They're using people as slave labor.
Yes.
Killing them, shrinking them. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what happened.
Okay, heard.
Especially the end where the house blinks out of existence. Reggie is stabbed by
Unknown person.
the siren chick.
Yeah.
Dies, it looks like. He did the, that's usually it. That's usually a sign. And then we cut to black, and it's Mike having to go into sleep, waking up to something, and then Reggie's down there by the fire waiting for him, like a creeper, talking about how Jody died in a car wreck forever ago. What?
Yeah, it was all a dream.
And then Mike gets grabbed through the mirror because the tall man's in his room. Yeah. So it was another dream. So that part had to have been the dream, right? Where he's...
It's a dream within a dream.
Inception.
Fucking Don thought of everything.
How do I make this go on longer? Oh, wait, everybody's just having a dream. So
just dreams inside of dreams. Yeah. They're fun. I didn't see any teeth, though.
Yeah, nobody lost any teeth. Disappointing.
Do you want to change seats so you can see the door?
No, I'm good.
Turn a switch on in you that's got that fight or flight going on. If Meryl comes in here, fucking run.
Yeah. I think he told me a story about her like coming up here one day.
Who saw her under the door? Was that you?
Yeah. I was here for that one.
I don't even remember what we were doing. We're doing something, and you hear...
Who knows?
Just a noise. And I thought it was Ryan that looked over, and her eyes are just at the bottom where the door connects, just staring. It's like, Jesus.
About like the time she hid under the end table.
Yeah, I used to have a little table over there when I had my old couch, and I just heard I looked over, and there's about an inch between the end table and the arm of the sofa, and her eyes are just right there next to me. I'm like, holy shit. Child. Whew. And I can't be mad because I'm a psychopath. So I'm like, keep it up. You got me.
I got a random text at 10 o'clock. He goes, Meryl almost gave me a heart attack. It's like, what?
That kid. I'm going to do one Meryl story since it is her birthday. We put her to bed today, and she put like a towel or something over her hair to do the curls. I don't know. They watch YouTube now, so they've got all this dumb, wonderful shit they try and do. She lays down, and she kind of gets comfortable and puts her head in, and she goes, I feel like George Washington. What the fuck are you talking about? I just had to leave the room. I'm like, I don't have an answer for that. I don't have a response. Walked the rest of the house giggling the rest of the night.
It's almost as good as the escape hammer.
Oh my God, that's probably the best one.
Yeah.
You know those hammers you use in your car to smash the window? We put one in her room when they were doing the fire prep stuff at school. We just put it on her dresser. Like, if something happens, can't get to us, you can break the window. She's like, oh, okay. Like, are you okay? Like, do you understand? She's like, I really want to use it. Like, well, no, it's for the. Can we leave it in here? She's like, I think so. We leave. Not 10 minutes later, she comes out. She's like, I can't do it. You got to take this away from me. I'm going to use it.
I mean, wouldn't you? I like that. I don't have one because of that.
I mean, I look up here. I get my shit and I play with it. I would definitely be breaking stuff with it if I had it. That's why it's not up here.
Well, it was up here shortly after that conversation.
I had to get it away from her.
Because, yeah, I had asked, why do you have a glass break hammer on the table? And so he tells the same story. And about 20 minutes later, Meryl comes strolling upstairs. Rob goes, "Okay, you good now? You want to take it back downstairs?" And she looks at the hammer and looks at Rob and looks at the hammer and looks at me and looks back at the hammer, goes, "No, better not."
Know thyself.
Yeah.
100%.
At least she's aware.
She is.
It's great.
She's going to be a great demon slayer one day. I can't wait. So anyway, this tall guy, I don't remember where we were at. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
At all. Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep talking about how awesome Mike was because I've got more notes about how awesome he was. When he's in the back of the hearse rolling around and he gets the gun, one, I don't know why I didn't shoot him in the back of the head.
Well, he just reanimates, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
I say he had all his fingers back at that point after Mike smashed them all off in the door.
And you showed him.
Yeah.
Look at these fresh digits.
Gotcha.
But Mike shot out the back window, but then he shot through the floor to get the tire. I was like, yes.
Yeah, shot right through the wheel well.
Well done. That's a good.
Slowed it down so he could jump out the back.
Fucking awesome. They thought that through. I don't know why they didn't do that through the rest of the movie for everything that they did, but like some of that stuff, yeah, that was awesome. That was a good shot.
He was also the only one that looked in the coffin.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because
the other guy
Jody,
had an orgasm while he was checking it. Yeah.
Jody and his vinegar strokes.
Uncomfortable.
There are a few of those. Like was it the first sex scene where it like or the second one where it's like she starts to take her top off and the camera just goes, how close can we get to her tits? So there's nothing in the shot except like two breasts. And the first one was just one.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we doing these shots?
Isn't there like some old school, you can have like four instances of tits?
There was something
like,
for a while.
Yeah.
It changes your ratings.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in the 70s.
Because what is it, Airplane? They had that one.
The one gratuitous.
Yeah, stewardess that would come
She'd
through.
run up to the very front, right in front of the camera every single time.
Right.
Yep.
Whenever they had turbulence, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So she could jump around. It's like Thanksgiving 3. We haven't watched it yet, but
yeah,
like on the DVD, it's like, breasts in the first 10 seconds or something like that. And opens. It's just a girl with her top off spinning around in space going, and then the movie starts. It's like, that was a great way to do that. Just go ahead and knock that one off the list. Well done. And the last one of the last notes I have here is when Jody goes in and it's his first time. He goes in after Mike tells him about it, and he locks Mike in his room, maybe. But it's the first time. It's before that. But goes in, the dwarf jumps on his back, and he pulls out his pistol, and he's like aiming over his head to shoot the thing on
All
his back.
of us are like, oh.
The one where he turns it around and puts his thumb on the trigger, I was like, I'm moving my head out of the way.
Firearm safety was not a concern.
Yeah, there were some issues, but nailed it.
Not gonna make
And he shot it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Did they ever mention if he was military? We said it while we were watching it.
He made the comment. I don't know that he would have been military because he died. Like at the end, you see his.
Which I don't think that was.
Whether that was real
true,
or not,
true.
but he was only 24 when he died, give or take.
Well, in the beginning, they were like, why are you still here? You've seen so much more action. This place is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
right.
he referenced that 1911 he had. He was like, oh, yeah, this is
The Army
standard
action?
issue
Or not Army
Colt
action,
Army.
Colt Army, yeah.
Colt Army edition. And then they had a M1 Grand hanging over
I saw that one.
That could be all their parents' stuff, though, too.
Right. I don't.
Yeah. We don't know what Tommy was doing.
If he was only 24 when he died in 78, he would not have been old enough to
Probably not.
be utilizing one of those bad boys. At least not in war.
Not with that haircut.
No.
Hold on. You're saying he was only the dad was 24 when he died.
No, Jody.
Oh, Jody. Okay.
Yeah,
the in the dream sequence at the end when they showed his birthday death date.
1954 to 1978.
70, was it 78?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm no
Yeah, that
history
makes
teacher,
sense.
but pretty sure World War II was over in 54.
Allegedly.
Vietnam.
He would have been pretty young. Ugh, God damn.
Draft.
No, that would have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there were guns.
Lots
yeah.
of them.
And we didn't
gun
know.
safety.
I thought Tommy, when they showed him in the beginning, I thought he was like a biker.
Yeah.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about one of the weirdest. It made me most uncomfortable was when they dropped the car on the kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like that shot, I was like, oh God, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like it pins him to the floor. And then the next thing you know, he's getting yanked out, no problem.
Yeah,
Nothing's wrong
Jody's
with him.
pulling him out.
Like, ugh.
The two notes I have that we didn't talk about, one, the tall man carrying a full casket like a surfboard, just tossing it back right in the back of the hearse. And then when Mike is spying on Jody after the bar and he takes the his dad's woman to the graveyard for
Yeah.
little action, he freaks out. He catches him. They're talking through it. He's like, "No, it's just a gopher in heat. You're fine."
Oh, yeah.
No, he's a gopher in heat.
Yeah.
Somebody is.
Running down after his kid brother with their panties in the mouth.
Yeah, I had the panties.
Still having a conversation with him, and then they disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
We
true.
never see him again.
We never see him again. Sad day.
I mean, checks out. Like everything else in this film.
It is the same woman, though, that killed his dad.
Yeah.
Or Tommy.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
And stabbed Reggie in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, I guess, watching Mike the last time he went in. Like she was just standing in the woods with her knife.
Yeah.
And like that part I was like, is any of this real?
Or is she still frozen?
Yeah.
No, she fell when she froze. Whenever he.
No, that was when the tall man was chasing him. So that was because he ran through like the little bog of hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just hanging out. But she probably wanted him to get past to go in anyway. So she's more of a lure.
Mm.
So she's like, oh, no, you're going to be here.
That's right. Yeah.
I could see Angus Scrim right there coming to get you. And
Well,
that guy.
you don't ever see the two of them. You don't see the blonde or the tall man in the shot together. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Or they're going back and forth. Yeah.
Right. Where does that, like, I was thinking of it as like a David Lynch shot where it's like the girl's face, then it's his face, and it's her face again.
Yeah.
Right.
To show you that he's
The same person.
in there twiddling around with her brain, keeping consciousness.
Yeah.
Whatever we want to call it. I mean, it's a weird fucking movie. I still like it, though.
I did enjoy it.
It was fun. Cameron would have loved it.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm just gonna keep throwing shit at Cameron
Really good.
as long as it's on the pod, so he can't fight back when he's not here.
Yep. I support that.
Anything else? I mean, we got to watch the second one now because the second one, I think it had a bigger budget. I think it made more sense, but looking back now, I'm not so sure.
You don't sound real confident there, Rob.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. But I love that movie. And the spheres. That's the one thing I remembered.
More spheres?
Yeah, I've got like a couple of them somewhere on my wall.
Shocker.
They're out and about. They'll be back in a little bit. Reggie, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It was good.
I hope you'll join us again.
Well, now we got to watch the second and fifth.
That's the right answer. That's what I like to hear.
Good God.
Phantasm.
I mean,
Ravager.
I'm kind of invested. I'm not gonna lie.
Like this has been on my list to rewatch again, but now I want to watch 2 even more than I have before
Yeah, absolutely.
because I want to know what the fuck's going on with that last 10 minutes of this movie.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't watched Phantasm, go start the journey. We're gonna have to watch 2 soon.
Hell yeah. Stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Knock it all that out. All right, Charlie.